Smoked eggplant dip, smoked gazpacho, stovetop smoked salmon, and Jamaican jerk chicken. We're smoking without a conventional smoker at the JW Marriott Star Pass Resort in Tucson, Arizona. I'm Stephen Raichlen, and this is Project Smoke. Maybe you don't own a smoker, or maybe you live in a condo or an apartment and don't have access to a grill. Well, Project Smoke has you covered. Today it's all about smoking without a conventional smoker. You could think of eggplant as the vegetable with a built-in smoker. Char the skin and you get an incredible smoke flavor. You can do it on a gas burner, electric burner, or of course, on the grill. First up, Persian smoked eggplant dip. Think of it as baba ganoush on steroids. This is a great dish to make if you're prone to burning foods because you want to char the eggplant skin on all sides. I wanted to explore alternative methods of smoking. And one method used throughout the Middle East is to roast vegetables like eggplants and peppers directly on the burner of your stove. What happens, you burn the skin, that imparts a smoke flavor that goes from the outside in. So you see the smoke coming up already. The process takes about 10 minutes. If you visit private homes in the Middle East or North Africa, you'll see people smoking eggplants on their stoves this way in their apartments. Look at this charred eggplant skin. To check the eggplant for doneness, insert a bamboo skewer. It should pierce the eggplant flesh easily. We're in business. Now take the eggplant off your grill, transfer it to a cutting board, and scrape off all the burnt skin. Try to scrape it, and you can use a paring knife, peel it off with your fingers. You can see the flesh looks charred and smoky. Don't worry about getting every last bit of charred skin off the eggplant. A little bit of skin adds color and flavor. Then you want to cut the cap off. Then cut the eggplant into 1-inch cubes. I love eggplant. Look how gorgeous that is inside. And the smoke flavor is incredible. Now place the diced eggplant flesh in a food processor. And now add chopped walnuts, diced feta cheese, finely chopped garlic, and Greek yogurt. Lemon juice, and I squeeze it through my fingers to catch any seeds. Extra virgin olive oil, and of course, sea salt and freshly ground black pepper. Put the processor lid on and grind the eggplant mixture to a smooth puree. And don't forget to scrape down the bowl a few times. Oh man, that is really nice. Great smoke flavor. Scrape the smoked eggplant dip into a serving bowl. And I have one final step to boost the flavor even more. Turn on your burner again and heat a couple tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Fry some dried mint leaves in the olive oil. You're looking for the mint leaves to become toasted and highly aromatic. Now spoon a little of the fried mint oil on top of the eggplant. So there you have it. Persian smoked eggplant dip with fried mint. And to scoop it up, grilled pita. Wow. This is so interesting. The smoky flavor of the eggplant, the mint, the saltiness of the feta cheese. Smoked eggplant dip, no smoker required. Gazpacho is probably the most refreshing soup ever invented, and I wanted to give it a Project Smoke twist. So I place those ingredients in a glass bowl, and then I use a handheld smoking device to fill that bowl with wood smoke. The vegetables take on the smoke flavor, but they retain their rawness, every bit as cold and refreshing as a traditional Spanish gazpacho. Great gazpacho starts with great tomatoes, preferably vine-ripened and picked from your garden or local farm stand. You'll also need diced cucumber, diced sweet onion, garlic, yellow bell peppers, and red bell peppers. Then tightly cover the baking dish with a sheet of plastic wrap. Make sure the plastic wrap is tightly sealed, but leave one corner open. To smoke the gazpacho, we're using a handheld smoking device. They come in several models. Load the burn chamber with your favorite hardwood sawdust. I'm using hickory sawdust. Now switch the smoking device on and light the sawdust. And you see the smoke comes out. Simply insert the smoking tube in the dish with the vegetables and tightly form a seal with the plastic wrap and fill the baking dish with smoke. These handheld smoking devices enjoy enormous popularity with bartenders and chefs in restaurants. They're great for smoking at home. Let the vegetables absorb the smoke for 4 to 5 minutes. Then you can uncover. Wow, that is a really nice hickory smoke aroma. Another advantage of a handheld smoking device, it smokes the vegetables without cooking them. Now transfer the smoked vegetables to a food processor. Then close the processor and puree the vegetables. Next, add salt, freshly ground black pepper, wine vinegar, a little water, and extra virgin olive oil. And we'll just take a taste. That is great. Remove the blade. And I like to serve gazpacho in a chilled bowl. Finally, sprinkle the gazpacho with chopped fresh herbs or scallions. So let's see how we did. It's so refreshing, and yet there's something different about it. One of the things I love about smoke is its ability to take foods you've eaten your whole life and give them an entirely new perspective. Up next, kippered salmon you smoke on your stovetop. Kippered salmon begins like Nova with a salt and often sugar cure, but you cook it as well as smoke it, which gives you a completely different texture and taste. I'm going to show you how to smoke kippered salmon in a stovetop smoker. We're using wild coho salmon from Alaska. Look at this beautiful color. Run your finger over the fillet, feeling for pin bones, and pull out any you find with kitchen tweezers. I always try and use wild salmon. It has a better flavor. If it's not in season, I use another fish. The next step is optional, but it adds an extra layer of flavor. Marinate the salmon for 30 minutes in dark rum. While the salmon is marinating, make the cure. It starts with 2 parts brown sugar, 1 part kosher salt, and freshly ground black pepper to taste. Mix the ingredients for the cure with your fingers, breaking up any lumps in the brown sugar. There are almost infinite variations on this basic cure. Maple sugar or granulated sugar or sucanat instead of the brown sugar. Smoked salt instead of the kosher salt. Hot pepper flakes instead of the black pepper. So here's the rum-soaked salmon. I drained off the rum and patted it dry. And now you want to crust the fish with cure. So place about 1/3 of the cure under the fish. Just pat it out into a rectangle about the size of the fillet. And you can do the same thing on the other side. Then spread the remaining cure on top of the fish and pat it into the fish. Now the cure is going to do 3 things. First of all, the salt and sugar will flavor the fish. The salt will draw out some of the moisture, which give you a more compact consistency. In the old days, this was very useful for preserving the fish. And finally, it will change the texture of the fish. Cured smoked salmon tastes different than grilled salmon. Cover the fish with plastic wrap and cure it in the refrigerator for 4 hours. To smoke the salmon, I'm using a stovetop smoker. It consists of a rectangular metal box, and you place about 1.5 tablespoons of hardwood sawdust. I'm using cherry. Next, add the drip pan, and I like to line the drip pan with a sheet of aluminum foil to facilitate cleanup. Next, oil the food rack to prevent the fish from sticking. So that's the basic setup for your stovetop smoker. So here's the cured salmon. And you can see the salt has drawn some of the water out of the salmon. Now what you want to do next is just rinse off the excess cure. Then place the salmon on a rack and blot off the extra moisture. You could smoke the salmon right away, but you'll get better smoke adhesion if you let the salmon dry for about 1 hour in the refrigerator. Put the cured salmon on the food rack and place the smoker on your burner. Then slide the lid in place. I won't close it all the way so you can see the smoke, and turn on the burner to high. Smell that sweet cherry smoke. Once you see the smoke, close the lid. Cooking time, about 20 minutes. Fast forward 20 minutes, the fish should be ready. Pull it off. Oh man, look at that. It looks beautiful. Now, 2 ways to check for doneness. Number 1, the flake test. You press the fish and it breaks into clean flakes. Or you can use an instant read meat thermometer. You're looking for 140 degrees. Nailed it. So just take your salmon, transfer it to a cutting board, and I'm gonna take a little taste right now. Oh man, that cherry smoke, really nice. The fish is sweet, it's salty. My wife and I have kippered salmon on bagels every Sunday morning. We grill the bagels, little cream cheese, some smoked fish, a little more. Bagels with kippered salmon. Don't wait till Sunday morning to try it.
down to 40. So that's
39, I think.
39,
right?
38.
Well,
yeah, it could happen.
Yeah, at this elevation, it'll be a little bit cooler than that.
Yeah, but maybe like a wind chill could, good Lord, it could get down to 36, 35.
Oh, gee,
Am I-
thanks. That's
Hey.
what I
Am I
wanted to hear.
exaggerating?
It's evening in Arizona, and I'm dreaming of Jamaican jerk chicken. The crust spicy and smoky, the meat fragrant with allspice. Traditional jerk chicken is cooked on a pimento wood grate over an open pit fire. I'm going to show you how to make a highly authentic Jamaican jerk chicken on a gas grill. No smoker required. It starts with the jerk seasoning. In a spice grinder, place pimento berries, also known as allspice berries, black peppercorns, nutmeg, cinnamon, and pimento leaves. And these are the leaves of the allspice tree. Now grind this mixture to a fine powder. Yeah, man, that's the smell of Jamaica. Place the spice mix in a food processor. Add Scotch bonnet chilies or habaneros, the more the better. Then finely chopped scallions, fresh garlic cloves, fresh ginger, fresh thyme, and brown sugar. Puree these ingredients to a coarse paste. Then add the liquid ingredients, soy sauce, freshly squeezed lime juice, distilled vinegar, extra virgin olive oil, and a generous shot of Jamaican rum. Don't forget to add sea salt and freshly ground black pepper. Once again, puree these ingredients into a paste. And just taste the jerk seasoning. Wow, that's intense. Next, let me show you how to spatchcock the chicken. Spatchcocking enables you to cook a whole chicken on an open fire. First, with kitchen scissors, make a lengthwise cut along one side of the backbone, then the other side, and remove the backbone. Next, open the chicken like a book and make a lengthwise slit along the breastbone. Cut through the cartilage and snap the breastbone out and remove it along with the piece of cartilage. Now, make a slit in the skin between the leg and the breastbone and insert the end of the drumstick through the slit. Do the same thing on the other side. Finally, fold the wingtips under the wings, and there's your spatchcocked chicken. Now take your jerk seasoning and pour half of it in a baking dish. Spread it around and place the chicken on top of the jerk seasoning. Pour the remaining jerk seasoning over the chicken. Spread it around, spoon the jerk seasoning over the wings. Marinate the jerk chicken in the refrigerator for at least 4 hours, preferably overnight. Pimento wood from Jamaica is the defining flavor of jerk. It enters our chicken in 3 more ways. First, with pimento wood chips, make a smoker pouch. Place the chips in a sheet of aluminum foil and fold the foil over make a pouch. Now, poke a few holes in the top of the smoker pouch with the end of a bamboo skewer. So this is your smoker pouch. When we put this on the gas grill, it will generate pimento wood smoke. Place a handful of pimento leaves in a pot of water. Finally, you'll need 4 pimento wood sticks. You'll see why in a second. Now let me show you the grill. I've set up the grill for classic indirect grilling. That means the outside burners are lit to medium, the inside burner is off. You'll notice there's no built-in smoker box in this grill. Now let me get the pimento wood. Arrange the pimento wood sticks on the grill to form a wooden grate. Place the pimento wood pouch on the lit burner and place the steam pot in front of it. What's going to happen is the chips will start smoking, filling the cook chamber with pimento wood smoke. The pimento leaves are going to create an allspice flavored steam. The pimento leaf flavored steam will keep the chicken moist. Gary, may I have the chicken?
Here's your chicken, Mr. Raichlen.
Okay. Come like this, and you'll lay the chicken directly on the pimento wood grate. This is exactly what you would see in Jamaica, and we'll just pour any remaining jerk seasoning over the chicken.
Yumma.
Thank you, Gary. All you need to do now is close the grill, keep the temperature at 300 degrees. Cook time is about 2 hours.
Thank you.
This is the moment I've been waiting for. Look how cool this looks. The chicken, the ends of the pimento wood sticks get singed. That adds extra flavor. I mean, this is all the drama you'd find in Boston Beach, Jamaica, right on a gas grill. It sure looks cooked, but just to check for certain, use an instant read thermometer, 170 degrees, bingo. I'll put on some insulated gloves and gently lift the chicken off the pimento wood sticks. And the beauty of these pimento wood sticks is that you can reuse them. Let's see how we did. Oh my. You know, most people think Jamaican jerk is about the fire. It's really about the spice. And unlike most smoked chicken, the skin on this one is really crisp. So now you know how to smoke on a burner, in a stovetop smoker, with a handheld smoking device, and on a gas grill. We're all about expanding your horizons here on Project Smoke. See you next time.
You got scissors, what do you got?
I don't
Play
have
up on
scissors.
those, huh? Nothing.
Don't have scissors. Yeah, metal board.
Cook time is about 2 hours. Be right back. I'll be back.